Hello and welcome to News at Noon. I'm Aftab Borka. Longtime U.S. Senator from Michigan Carl Levin says he won't be running for his 7th term next year, leaving the window open for a new face. Reporter Charlie Crum has more on that. So Charlie, what is he going to do now?
Well, Levin announced Thursday evening that he won't seek a 7th 6-year term in 2014. The 78-year-old Democrat said he wants to focus on the serious issues facing the nation without the distraction of a re-election campaign. Levin is Michigan's longest serving U.S. Senator, and he'll have 36 years in office when his term ends at the end of 2014. His announcement has set off speculation about a replacement. With 20 months to go until the election, there's plenty of time for people to get into the race to replace him, but some have already said they're not at least bit interested, like Michigan Attorney General Bill Schuette. That still leaves U.S. Rep. Gary Peters, former U.S. Rep. Hanson Clark, and a whole host of others who might be looking at replacing the senator. On the jobs front, the nation's unemployment rate fell to 7.7% from 7.9% in February. Employers added 236,000 jobs, and the biggest gains were in construction and manufacturing.
Charlie, thank you very much. A U.S. district judge in Detroit has delayed a ruling on same-sex marriage in Michigan until the U.S. Supreme Court hears 2 similar cases. The local case involves a lesbian couple from Hazel Park and has drawn a lot of attention. Oakland Press spoke with the executive director of Affirmation, the largest LGBT community in Michigan, about his thoughts on the case.
Everybody has the right to, in my opinion, to legally marry the person that they love. You don't have to like it for it to be the law. I am a gay man myself, but I could conceivably marry a single woman tonight in Las Vegas. We could get married, and that marriage has to be recognized by all other states in the Union. Why? Because of the full faith and credit clause and the equal protection clause of the Constitution of the United States. So why is it then that as a gay man I can get married in only a handful of states, but I can still legally get married in those handful of states, and it not be recognized in all other states of the Union? It is blatantly unconstitutional.
You must have heard about that deadly sinkhole that developed at a home in Florida, but very few people know about a similar sinkhole that's starting to develop in a local home in Lake Orion. Oakland Press managed to speak with the owner of that house.
So in November of 11, we began getting water under our front porch up through our basement floor. And it was not sewer water. We had it checked. The county was gracious enough to come out. The township was here. They checked it. That was never like that before. I've owned this house since '99. I cut that piece of grass. And what we believe is that it has something to do with the drain that goes under the road. I mean, you can clearly see the ground is pulling away from the house is what it's doing. At one point that drain was, compromised, or it was completely clogged. Like I said, everybody's been out here graciously with their trucks trying to vector and keep that thing clean. Something is still going on because the ground's still going down and we haven't even had any rain yet.
More than 130 students team gathered at Waterford Mott High School recently to showcase their creativity. Students from kindergarten to seniors at high schools took part in this tournament known as Destination Imagination.
I'm Betsy Grossnickel. I'm the Region 1 Director for Michigan Destination Imagination, and today we are celebrating creativity with 130 teams, ages kindergarten all the way up through seniors in high school, from all over Oakland County. They're bringing their solutions to challenges they've been working on for several months. We have everything from a technical challenge where they had to build small cars less than 6 inches and try and make them get to a certain target a distance away. We have a fine arts challenge that's a silent challenge, no verbal communication. We even have a community service project where students have been able to do a project in their own school or community.
The challenge that we did was Wind Invisible. It's about you have to have an invisible character and some kinetic art, and you have to make a play and kind of put it all together.
And now Oakland Press sports columnist Pat Caputo with his video blog talking about the Lions.
Look, the Lions have had some success in free agency in the past, a lot more than what people give them credit for. They have gone after players, going all the way back to the Matt Millen time. and gotten those players. One of the big issues, though, is players haven't necessarily performed well since they've come here. But the one thing the Lions have done well for an extended period of time is work with the salary cap and get the most out of free agency. And I believe they'll do that again. Tom Lawand's strength, it really is, working with the salary cap, getting fair compensation to players, at the same time not hamstringing the Lions from doing what they want to do. Look, it's not an easy thing, but I do think they'll help themselves in free agency. But I also feel, ultimately, the Lions, whether they take a step forward, is going to be predicated on who they draft and how much impact the players they take in the draft have immediately. I still think the Lions can have a very good team next year if they maneuver things correctly.
And that's our newscast today. Don't forget to watch us on Monday at theoaklandpress.com. I am Aftab Borka. Have a great day.